those who are standing outside the auditorium to take their respective seats in the auditorium immediately. Thank you.
Check. Namaskar. Namaskar.
The graduation ceremony of 2022 of Amrita Vidyapeetham Kochi campus will start with the academic procession from Amrita Vidyalayam. The procession will start soon.
Namaskar. Hello, check. Namaskar. 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 Hello, check. Namaskar.
The academic procession starts now.
Vande Vishwamadaram Vande Vedamadaram Vande Vedamadaram Vande Vishwamadaram Vande Vishwamadaram विचारं पूरय मे हृदि धर्मविकारं पालय मामखिलावरहोमि देहि सदा शुभकुशलम् पालय मामखिलावरहोमि देहि सदा शुभकुशलम् वन्दे वेदमातरं वन्दे देहमातरं वन्दे देश
Om Amriteshwariye Namaha. Amma says, the two most important days of our lives are the day we were born and the day we realize why we were born. Today is a much awaited and memorable day of any student's life as it returns the effort of their entire academic endeavor and they are born again as a graduate. It is steeped with a sense of achievement and fulfillment, and most importantly, it makes them work harder to build a successful career ahead. With immense pleasure, we welcome you all to the 19th Graduation Ceremony 2022 of Amrita Vidyapeetham, Kochi. Before we begin the function, let's seek the blessings of God Almighty. I request everyone to rise for the prayer.
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति शान्तिः ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Now I request all the dignitaries to join with Swamiji for the lamp lighting.
प्रतीगमाणं मा शान्तस्वरूपमाणं मा शान्तिदं दिव्य प्रतीकमाणं मा शान्तस्वरूपं मा മണ്ണിൻ ചിട്ട ഇല്ലാത്ത മണ്ണിൻ മനസ്സിൽ മനുഷ്യ ചിട്ട ഇല്ലാത്ത സ്പർദ്ധയും മെല്ലിത്തലോടിത്തലോ ദൈവത്തിൻ കുഞ്ഞിൻ്റെ ദൈവത്തിൻ കുഞ്ഞിൻ്റെ കൈകളാണമ്മ ശാന്തി തൻ ദിവ്യ പ്രതീകമാണമ്മ ശാന്തസ്വരൂപമാണമ്മ ശാന്തി തൻ ദിവ്യ പ്രതീകമാണമ്മ ശാന്തസ്വരൂപമാണമ്മ ശാന്തി തൻ ദിവ്യ പ്രതീകമാണമ്മ ശാന്തസ്വരൂപമാണമ്മ ശാന്തസ്വരൂപമാണമ്മ ശാന്തസ്വരൂപമാണമ്മ
Now I request Dr. U. Krishna Kumar, Dean, Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Commerce, for the welcome address.
Amrita Namaha. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our most beloved Amma, Sadguru Sri Mata Amrita Devi. My is also the Chancellor of the Amrita Vidyapeetham University. My humble prostrations at the holy feet of our Pujaniya Swami Purnamrita Antapiri, the General Secretary of the Mata Amrita Devi Math. My humble pranams to our Chief Guest of Honor, Shri P. IPS, the IG of Police, Kerala. My humble pranams to Dr. Shanti Kumar Nayar, the Dean Research of the Amrita Vidyapeetham. My humble pranams to Dr. K. Shankaran, the Registrar of the Amrita Vidyapeetham. My humble pranams to Dr. L. Saraswati, Professor and Head of the Department of Physiology, Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences and Research Center, and also the Deputy Controller of Examinations at the Healthcare Campus. And my humble pranams to Dr. M.G. Priya, our co-postgraduate program chair. And my humble pranams to all the esteemed colleagues. At the outset, let me express my deep gratitude and also hearty congratulations to Shri Sri Kumar, the Deputy Controller of Exams of this campus. Over the last 3 to 4 months, he has been tirelessly working to make this happen, along with his team working in the examinations control department. The kind of communication with every candidate. And I am so proud and happy. Probably this is the first time more than 90% of the graduates passing out in 2022 have come in person, reciprocating the request from Shri Kumar. So happy about it. And why we fixed this October 9th being a Sunday, just preceded by another holiday, second Saturday. I told Sri Kumar, when you fix the convocation, fix it on a second Sunday, so that all these people, 75% of them may be either in the job or taking up some higher studies. All of them will be able to be present here. He was at first reluctant. He told me, how do we manage, sir? I told Sri Kumar, let us leave that job to Amma. Let us be simple instruments in our hands. We will manage. He has proved it. So, I have been very silently acting behind this. All the staff members deserve a lot of appreciation for having supported Sri Kumar to arrange it. Now my duty is here primarily to welcome the honored dais and all the others. Samujya Swami Purnamrita Antapiri, General Secretary Mata Amrita Devimat, since he lives in this campus, all of you know him very closely. All of you have heard him talk many a times. Swamiji has been under the tutelage of discipleship of Amma for the last more than 35 years, quitting his coveted job of a scientist from the Raman Research Institute. And he has been traveling with Amma in almost all places, spreading the wisdom of love and compassion what Amma embodies. And most of you would have enjoyed the programs of Swamiji also, with his very unique wisdom of spreading the love and compassion through, spreading the meditation through his philosophical talks as well as bhajans and meditation sessions. Let me offer my humble pranams once again to our Bhajaniya Swamiji and welcome Swamiji to our midst. Swamiji had to attend a funeral last night at the ashram. He had to go all of a sudden to attend the funeral of Sri Ron Godsagan, who has been living with Amma for the last 35 years. And for this function, exclusively, he returned the night itself. This is one of the most gracious blessings we have, Swamiji's divine presence here. Every year for the convocation, we think about the chief guest of honor. I told Sri Kumar, we will call Shri P. Vijayan, IPS Inspector General of Police, Kerala. When I called Vijayan sir, the first question he asked me was, Malayalam, convocation ഒരു പോലീസുകാരൻ എന്താ സംസാരിക്കുക? I told him, I don't consider you, sir, as a senior police official only. You're a person who has come through all the travails and challenges of life, having motivated millions and millions of students in this very state where he has been born and brought up. Then he asked me, what should I speak? I told him, you can speak anything. Then he told me, no, I should know to whom I am addressing. You send me the details of batches, numbers, which all courses and things like that. The same day, night, I sent him the details of, the approximate details of the strength and the profile of the students. And then I had to call him only once, just to remind him. And then I directly went and met him in his office. Spent a few minutes to formally invite him in person. I remember Sri Vijayan, before reading out his rich profile, I still remember having read, which I am going to share with all of you, that article, which I picked up from a reminiscence and memory. There was an article in Vanita magazine in 2008, which spoke about 4 people. The title of the article was Prakasham Parathuna Vektigal. I want to show it here and spend some time on it. We have no time. But I am going to share it with all of you. That article speaks about Dr. K.S. Radhakrishnan, who was the Vice-chancellor of Sri Shankara University, Shri P. Vijayan, and the Dr. Kunyaman, who was in the Center for Development Studies, and another person, now Dr. Ganeshan, who is sitting in the audience. The 2 of them are here. These are all persons who have met all the challenges, the worst of its challenges, the poverty, living without food, poverty, all the challenges in life with regard to studies, everything. And I'm so gratifying to see that at least 2 of them are here. And I'm not going into the details of the article, which you should read yourself and enjoy. Today morning I mentioned to Sri P. Vijayan that I will be touching upon this point in my welcome address. Then what he responded was, I doubt whether it was about me. What was written? It's just an introduction I am telling you. Sri P. Vijayan, a 1999 batch IPS officer of Kerala cadre, is presently one of the senior most Inspector General of Police. He is also the IG of Anti-Terrorist Squad. He is a Director for Social Policing Division of Kerala Police. Also the Managing Director of Kerala Books and Publication Society. He is also the Secretary of the National Police Mission, MM02, the Bureau of Police Research and Development, BPR&D, Ministry of Home Affairs, New Delhi. And some of you might have been in the student Kuti Police, the student police cadre, which he was primarily responsible for building up. And even now, he is looking after the Kuti Police. I need not tell you, those who are in Kerala, what is Kuti Police. He still holds charge of it. That's the greatness of motivating every year thousands and thousands of children studying in schools. There is nothing more one should mention about a police officer serving the society. He is the chief architect of nationally acclaimed projects such as student police cadets, that is what the Kuti police is, the child-friendly police stations, our responsibility to children, the ORC, Project Hope, domestic conflict resolution centers, DCRC. He is the team leader of Kerala State Anti-Narcotic Special Action Force, CANSEF, and the state nodal officer of the project Children and Police, CAP. Shri Vijayan received appreciation from the Honorable Prime Minister of India through the Man Ki Baat radio program for implementing Punyam Punkavanam, an initiative which was responsible for the conscious pilgrimage to Shabarimala. The project also received accolades from apex courts, government departments, and eminent personalities. He has conceived and implemented the projects such as Shadow Police, School Protection Group, Road Safety and Traffic Education Center, the Special Investigation Support Team, the Pink Auto, Women Friendly Auto, and many more. Shubha Yatra, a statewide campaign for road safety and road sense awareness, was also conceived and implemented by him. The Operation Blade, a drive against illegal money lenders, led him, was later extended as a statewide operation named Operation Kubera. In his more than 21 years of service, 2 decades, he has served with the distinction as a police chief of Kasaragod, Trivandrum, Malappuram, Ernakulam districts, and as Commissioner of Police in Kochi, Kozhikode, Trivandrum, Thiruvananthapuram, Thrissur, the first and only person to do so. He has also served as DIG Armed Police Battalion, DIG Intelligence, DIG Training, Inspector General of Police Kochi Range, and Inspector General of Police Headquarters. He has led investigation of sensational bank burglary, narcotic, murder, wildlife, dacoity cases which has been applauded by the government, the judiciary, and the media. He has handled several critical law and order situations, supervised security arrangements for the visits of nationally and internationally acclaimed VVIPs, managed security arrangements for events of large public gatherings in millions, arranged police security arrangements for elections to the Indian Parliament, State Legislative Assembly, and to the local self-government 4 times each. He was election observer of Election Commission of India to Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra Legislative Assemblies. A slew of awards have come calling, including CNN, IBN, Indian of the Year, Popular Choice Award 2014, the Indian President's Police Medal for Meritorious Service in 2015, Chief Minister's Meritorious Service Award for prestigious award for 2014 and 17 for public policy innovations. He was selected for the prestigious Edward Mason Fellowship, Harvard University, Boston, USA, and a fellowship from Johns Hopkins University, Washington, D.C., USA. He is one among the 100 national heroes celebrated by the India Today news magazine. There are many other awards which include the Badge of Honor, several commendations from the State Police Chief, commendation disc from the BPR&D, Ministry of Home Affairs, New Delhi, Election Commission's appreciation for initiating best practices for enhancing voting percentage in tribal areas, award for best smart policing initiative by the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce, FICCI, New Delhi, the Rotary Lifetime Achievement Award, the Indian Icon Award by the Friends of Bahrain Social Leadership Award, instituted by the JCC of Kerala, and Madha Puraskaram 2015 Award for Outstanding Contribution to the Society. An eminent police officer at the same time, a most eminent humanitarian who is serving the society with his most challenging life, and there is nothing more too special to mention. There may be pages to mention about Sri Vijayan. With most humble pranams, on behalf of the entire Amrita University and on behalf of all of us, let me, from the bottom of my heart, offer to Sri P. Vijayan IPS a most hearty welcome. Professor K. Shankaran, our registrar of the university, he consented to be here for the convocation. It's after a long time that Professor Shankaran is able to take part in this. Dr. Shankaran served as principal of the Amrita School of Engineering, Amritapuri, since its inception in 2002 till 2015. Dr. Shankaran graduated in chemical engineering from the Institute of Technology, Banaras Indian University in the year 1971. He did Master of Engineering from the Institute of Science, Bangalore, PhD from the IIT, Chennai. His areas of interest, research interest is hydrodynamics of multi-stage, fluidized, environmental engineering, and gas turbines. He has published several research papers in these areas. Prior to joining Amrita, Dr. Shankaran had a long stint of service for the government of Kerala, served as a professor and head of the Department of Engineering at the TKM College of Engineering and lecturer in chemical engineering at the College of Engineering, Trichy. Dr. Shankaran also served as the chairman of the Board of Studies in Engineering at the University of Kerala, Board of Examiners in Chemical Engineering. He also served as a nominated expert member in several committees of the Kerala State Pollution Control Board. And Dr. Shankaran dedicated his life along with his wife, Professor Jyoti, who is presently the principal of the School of Engineering at Amritapuri, both of them serving Amma's mission of education through our campuses. This is something very profound. The whole family committed themselves to the Amma's cause. And my humble pranams, and on behalf of all of us, let me offer my heartiest greetings to Dr. K. Shankaran for having consented to come here, and a hearty welcome, sir. Dr. Shanti Kumar Nair, who is going to preside over this function, is a world-renowned nanoscientist. He had his PhD in Material Science and Engineering from the Columbia University, New York, USA. He later worked as a professor in Material Science at the University of Massachusetts in USA from 1985 to 2005, almost 2 decades. And an Indian professor serving such a long time in US. He has been the recipient of the President's Young Investigator Award from the President Ronald Reagan of USA in 1988. While he was at the US, the Department of Science and Technology National Research Award in 2011, the MRSA Gold Medal in 2012, and Professor C.N.R. Rao India Nanoscience Award in 2014. He has over 600 journal articles and 3 books and over 35 granted patents. Professor Nair is among the top 10 material scientists from India. According to the Stanford University rankings, he is one among the best 2% scientists in the whole world. We were extremely fortunate to have him here to preside over this meeting. Though he is in our next healthcare campus operating as the dean and the Dean of Research at the whole university, and also as the Dean of the Amrita Center for Nanosciences and Molecular Biology, which is a huge research center having multi-crore projects and about more than 100 PhD scholars, many of them working under Professor Shanti Kumar Nair. He found time to be here, and with most humble pranams, a hearty welcome to Dr. Shanti Kumar V. Nair. I affectionately call him as Shanti Chatan. Dr. Dandavani, the controller of examinations of the university, was slated to be here. Yesterday he told me that he had a lot of certificates to sign and he had to be entangled with that work, which had to be issued from the university headquarters tomorrow. And so he told me about his absence. Immediately I called Dr. L. Saraswati, who is the professor and head of the Department of Physiology and who is also one of the deputy controllers of exams at the healthcare campus. Dr. Saraswati and her family are totally committed to Amma's cause. She has been in Kerala government medical colleges and took voluntary relief and joined, on Amma's advice, the Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences, Kochi. And it's pleasing to see Dr. Saraswati and her husband, Dr. Ganesh, who is serving in the medical administration in AIIMS. Especially, as I told you previously, on the auspicious occasion, along with Shri P. Vijayan. I never knew about it, about this article, never knew about it when I invited Dr. Saraswati to speak 5 minutes on the as felicitations instead of Dr. Dandavani. And Dr. Saraswati is very happy about coming to the institute and the campus always. So, very happy to have Dr. Saraswati here, and my humble pranams and hearty welcome on behalf of all of us to Dr. Saraswati. About Sri Kumar, I told you already. Last 3-4 months, he hasn't done his research, except his regular teaching. He hasn't done any of his personal routines he has attended. Day and night, he has been, and documentation and communication are the main components in convening a convocation. I am very pleasing to see Professor Dr. Marwaha, Colonel Marwaha, Principal of the Amrita School of Medicine here. He will be a proud parent to see her daughter receiving the medal for the first rank. Both his daughters. Younger one studied here. After that, the elder one also joined here for PhD. So both the daughters are studying here. So he can be a very proud parent. Now, my humble pranams and hearty welcome to all my colleagues, all the heads of departments, the Co-PGP chair, Dr. M.G. Priya, the head of the corporate and industry relations, Shri N.R. Mohan. You can never forget that department, CAR, because many of you are getting salaries in big companies now. Many of you are sitting here. It is because of the skill development you received from the corporate and industrial relations. There's no doubt about it. So with this, hearty welcome to all the graduates assembled in large number, almost, and not enough space for the parents to sit here, therefore arranged, and the venue also for the parents to see it on the screen. Hearty welcome to all the staff, all those who have been behind convening this. I took a longer time than anticipated for the welcome address. I'm sorry for that. I apologize for that. but I can't help it. So may I pray to Amma to bless all of you, your families, incessantly throughout your life for a brilliant life. Thank you all. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, sir. Next, I humbly request Sampuji Swami Purnamritanandapuri to bless the occasion and enlighten the gathering.
സ്നേഹാലോകസുമോഹനവദന കരുണാത്രാനത നയനാം രമ്യാം ശ്രുതജനപാലന വ്യഗ്രാം സൗമ്യാം അമൃതാനന്ദമയീം പ്രണമാമി. ഓം Amriteshwariye Namaha. My humble pranams to Inspector General of Police, Sri Vijayan IPS, Dr. Shantikumar Nair, Dean of Research, AIMS, Dr. K. Shankaran, Registrar, Amrita Vidyapeetham, Dr. Saraswati, Deputy Controller of Examinations, AIMS, Dr. U. Krishnakumar, Dean and Director of Arts and Science College, and to all young graduates and proud parents. I am so happy to see so many Devadas and Devas with the celestial costumes in front of me. Devas are very few. Why? Devadas are becoming more powerful. That's why we did Shakti Puja. Not for Devas. It is for Shakti Swarupinis. All of you are embodiment of Shakti. No matter whether you are a male or female, the infinite amount of power, Shakti is there within you. You have to invoke it. Amrita Vidyapeetham is dedicating one more batch of its qualified and worthy students to the world. It is therefore an auspicious occasion. On this auspicious occasion, let me take the opportunity to congratulate all of you on your strong determination and wonderful performance. For our success, 3 things are very much necessary: Ijja Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. Willpower, power of knowledge, and power of action. We try to activate these powers during the 9 days Navaratri Puja. Now the Navaratri celebrations are over. That 10th day, the day of victory, the day of success. The day of success continues. Today is also a day of success for all of you. What were we supposed to do during the 9 days of Shakti Puja or the 9 nights? It is Navaratri, 9 nights. What do you mean by night? Amma says, we are in darkness, but we think that we are inside the light. According to the Yoga Shastra, there are 4 states of experience: the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, superconscious state. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Turiya. Conscious state unconscious states, semi-conscious states, superconscious states. So far we have experienced the three states, so-called waking states, not really waking state, so-called waking state, dream state, and deep sleep state. According to yogis, even the waking state is not really waking state. You can still wake up to the fourth state, that is the superconscious state, then you can become like a Buddha. You can reach the state of perfection. You will come to know about the mysteries about this creation. Then you will feel there was no light, only day. That was happened in Buddha's life. When he was a Siddhartha prince, he thought that the whole world is filled with suffering. Life is filled with suffering. He wanted to find a solution for suffering. And when he became a Buddha, he couldn't find any suffering. The moment light comes, darkness disappears without much effort. So the light of knowledge can remove all the fears. Darkness creates fear, anxiety, but light of knowledge can solve all the problems, but not ordinary knowledge. The supreme knowledge you can get. You can reach the supreme state of perfection. That is why we did 9 days puja. So, Navaratri nights, we are trying to activate that divine powers. We are trying to activate the source of knowledge so that we can experience the real beauty of life. Here is the creation of ignorance. Ignorance means ignorance of our divine nature, our real potential. The solution is light of knowledge. We celebrate Navaratri by engaging in worship during the nights. Through worship, we were transforming the night, the dark night, into day of celebrations. Amos says, what we see around us changes according to the quality of our mind. If your mind is filled with divine thoughts, you will be able to experience divinity everywhere. Then all the fears will disappear. You will be able to enjoy even the difficulties of life. A valuable currency note can be just a piece of paper for a child. It doesn't know the value of money. Like that, all of us are ignorant like that little child. We know very little about this universe. The more we learn, the more we will come to know the limitation of our intellect. We will become more humble. We are not being able to understand the infinite possibilities of life. We have never experienced the real beauty of life. Mata Amrita Devi says, children, try to be humble like a beginner throughout your life. That means your student life is not going to end after your graduation. You have to learn more and more. Life will teach you more lessons. That is not aware. You cannot get that from books. This universe is a university. Each and every objects of this universe can become your master. Each and every experience in your life can become your guru. We should learn lessons from our past experience. Then only transformation happens. We have informations. The teachers fill our mind with the informations. That is useful, but that alone is not enough. What the gurus does, teachers filled with information, but guru delete all unwanted informations. All the informations are there within, so there is no space for the hard disk of the mind to save the valuable informations. Guru delete all the unwanted informations of ego, ignorance and everything and give space for supreme knowledge. Amma is the chancellor of our university. She got the doctorate degree from the State University of New York. After the ceremony, many scholars asked Amma so many questions during darshan. Amma gave beautiful answers for their difficult questions. Same thing happened during Amma's first Bombay visit. About 25 scientists from Baba Atomic Research Center came to meet Amma, asked for an interview. 2.5 hours, continuous questions. Amma gave beautiful answers. After that, Amma asked one question to the super scientists, which made all of them silent. Amma's question was, what is more expansive than outer space? They couldn't answer. Then Amma gave the answer. Amma said, inner world. What have you done to explore the informations about the inner world? What have you done to unfold the mysteries of the inner world? There is the fountain of happiness. There lies the fountain of happiness. Just like that, after hearing Amma's answers during the ceremony, they asked Amma, how is it possible for you to answer all these difficult questions without... Amma said, it is possible because I don't know anything. Amma made a beautiful statement. If you can become empty, you can enjoy the beauty of fullness. We are trying to become full, but we are not going to experience the fullness unless you get that supreme knowledge. We think that, after graduation, I will be very happy. After scoring high mark, I will be very happy. But when you enter into the real warfield of life, you feel something lacking within. After getting degree, after getting job also, there will be problems. Life is chain of problem. It started from the very beginning. Never-ending problem. So you should be able to enjoy problems. When can you enjoy your problems? Physics, maths, you can enjoy a problem only when you know how to solve it. Like that, solution is there for everything. Amma says, in life, for all problems, there is solution. Nothing to worry about life because invisible hands are ready to help you. That's why prayer is important. Prayer means producing positive vibrations around you. Amma says, smiling face is a prayer. Soothing words are prayer. Action with perfection is a prayer. Actions with love is a prayer. Action without selfishness is a prayer. So you can make your entire life a prayer to the Supreme. God's creation is a mystery. Everything in it is a mystery. Every atom is mysterious. The human being is one of the most wonderful artistic creation of God. We can say it is as mysterious as God itself. The activities happening within are so complicated, so sophisticated, so subtle, and so numerous. Mental activity, intellectual activity, the processing of perceptions, the activity of altered perception, dreams, vision, memories, supraconscious levels. Everything is mysterious. Everything is actually very mystifying. So we will need help from the Divine Master to understand all this. In modern life, we have technology. Even then, confusions are not getting resolved. Why? Because technology has its limits. Technology is convenient, but never complete. How can the concrete explain the abstract? Actually, technology is only an extension of the human senses or human intelligence. Even artificial intelligence is the invention of human intelligence. So, technology cannot provide us with a different dimension of experience. It can only extend our present experience. It can see more clearly, hear more clearly. That is, it can sense more clearly. It can identify more data. It can do so many things. But actually, it is only doing what we are asking it to do. It is programmed by us. Amma says that we have to expand our knowledge. How can we expand our knowledge? How can we expand our experiences? Real knowledge is our experience, not just information. The Guru has to open our third eye of intuition. Scientific experiments are conducted in the outer space. But spiritual investigations are conducted in the inner space. So it awakens the faculty of intuition in us. Actually, all knowledge is intuitive. We have to activate this intuitive knowledge from within. Otherwise, we will not understand the infinite possibilities of life. We cannot experience the real beauty of life. Very happy to be with all of you now. I consider it my pleasure and duty to remind you now of the immense significance this solemn ceremony carries for you. This is a magnificent moment when your teachers, mentors, and well-wishers join hands and formally proclaim the world that you have successfully completed a most significant part of your life. It marks a turning point in your life because you are finally getting ready to put into practice the knowledge you acquired over this long and beautiful period. It is most important that what you start doing from now become useful for the world and yourself. For that, what is most needed is divine grace. Human effort alone is not enough. Grace is very much needed. How to get divine grace? Amma says, through your purity. Pure thoughts and action can bring divine grace. It is grace alone which will enable you to the right thing at the right place, at the right time, in the right manner. We have all gathered here to pray together and to invoke that grace. So, when you now stand at the portals of your chosen career, when you are about to have the real taste of life, I pray that your life be filled with divine grace. I thank all the members of the faculty and the supporting staff who gave their very best to make this auspicious occasion a reality. I wish all of them the very best always. Remember Amma's instruction, Amma's message. Amma says, Children, in this journey of life, your feet alone are not enough. Use your wings too. Spread your wings in the sky. Leave the boundaries behind. Go beyond the body, mind, and intellect. Enjoy the bliss of eternal freedom. Praying for all of you to reach that supreme state of perfection and to enjoy the real beauty of life. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you, Swamiji. I invite our chief guest, Sri P. Vijayan IPS, Inspector General of Police, Kerala, for the convocation address.
Namaste, good morning, and congratulations to one and all. My humble pranamam to the greatest phenomenon, the divine entity, the embodiment of love and compassion, Mother Amritanandamayi. The solace to many painful hearts, help to many have-nots. And thanks to Sri Krishna Kumar for his very gracious and very elaborate introduction. Pujaniya Sambhuja Swami Purnananda Swamiji, Amritananda Swamiji, Sri Krishna Kumar, Dr. Shanti Nair, Dr. N. Shankaran, Dr. L. Saraswati, Sri Sri Kumar, Sri M. G. Priya, Sri N. R. Mohanan, dear graduates, their parents, faculty, and non-teaching staff, and all the dignitaries gathered over here. I used to listen to the speeches, or great speeches of the world, whenever I get time. Thanks to you people. Sometimes you people give to the policemen some time to relax also. So sometimes I get in touch with some of the videos of these commencement speeches of the world. You might have already watched, that's the Stanford commencement speech of Steve Jobs, the Harvard commencement speech of Bill Gates, then Mark Zuckerberg and all. One common thing I've noticed among them that all of them were dropouts, basically dropouts from the colleges. I never thought that I also be invited to this type of function. I'm a dropout and I'm not much formally educated, but very much beneficiary of education. And very strictly speaking, I am not, in a strict traditional sense, I am not a police officer also. So I don't know what prompted again. I have a bit doubt that why I have been invited this function, what prompted this team to invite me. When I got this invitation and when I accepted it, I was thinking that what I should speak to you. Then I thought that I must read something or I must listen to something. Then a thought came to my mind. That's one of my favorite teachers told me that I won't listen to you anything rubbish you are going to speak unless and until you have something to say. Then I thought of what I should want to say to you, what I want to communicate to you. I don't have much to educate you, I don't have much to prophesy to you, or much to, not propagate also. But I have few queries in front of you, few questions in front of you. So after, this is, in Western world, it is called commencement speech. That's here onwards, you are commencing your journey to a bigger world. You are commencing your journey into the world of success and happiness. At this very auspicious occasion, I would like to raise certain few questions in front of you. The first question that, Do you want to script your life story by yourself? Or are you going to allow someone else to script your life story? I hope that you might understand that one. Whether you would like to script your life story, or it is you are going to permit someone else to script your life story by your husbands or spouses or your children or the neighborhood or the employees or the universities or the political parties or religious entities or whoever it may be. Whether you would like to script your life or the life is going to be scripted by someone else. Or are you going to be led by the path created by you or the path created by someone else? And this is one of the foremost and very pertinent question each one of you must ask when you come out of this very important, very esteemed institution called Amrita Vidyapeetham. You look at the case of this, starting from our own nearing neighborhood that's Kaladi, Sri Shankaracharya, or Amma Mada Amruthanandamayi Devi. Or you then go to the west, the Alone Mosque, or the Mahatma Gandhi, then go to the APJ Abdul Kalam, or you go to see that our own PT Usha, or look at that is, this Mother Teresa, or this the Mark Zuckerberg, or our own favorites, nowadays the search engine producers of the Google and the CEOs of Google, Sundar Pichai or the Satya Nadella of Microsoft. These are the example, or the Mary Kom of our great boxing champion. These are the people, they scripted their life and they led by their own scripts. As Swamiji was mentioning, we are the embodiment of Shakti and embodiment of enormous amount of inner potential. The question before us is that are we going to explore it? Are we going to explode it? Are we going to unleash it? This will be one of the prominent and most pertinent question I think that you must keep in your mind. We all know that we are living in a new normal. The new normal, some people say always it was normal and abnormal. What is new in these days to call that is new normal? If at all, I was having an interaction with this Bakshi, Bakshi sir, you may be knowing that he is the founder of Mindtree. I raised this question of new normal. He said, if at all there is a new normal, that is no normal at all. That is called the technological disruptions created by this new age technology, all the climatic changes, unpredictable climatic changes which is going to happen in the world, or the widening inequality which is prevailing in our society. The question before us that how we are going to face the tectonic changes which is happening in society. Are you going to be the center of the change? Are you going to be bypassed by the change? Or are you going to be on the periphery of the change? Or are you going to be the change leaders in the society and change agents in the society? That is the biggest question every graduate must keep in their mind. Third, another question comes, that is, are you going to live a conscious life or leading a life of compulsion? Very often we say that what is the difference between a formally educated person and a less educated person is that he or she is able to discriminate between the good and bad things, or able to, plethora of information, able to make a decision, plethora of options, able to choose one amount of it. That will be the benefit, that should be the benefit of getting to the field of the world of education. Here, that enables, and a truly educated person will get enabled to lead a conscious life. Are you being led by your emotions? Are you led by your compulsions? Are you held by your forces? And then simply blaming others for our ill fate or not. Here, this is the question, this is a world of information. We call it as the world of information technology. Plethora of informations are there. I said that at least 10-15 years ago, in this room, we may have at least 1 or 2 cameras. I can safely say that at least 1,000 plus cameras may be available somewhere near and around. Everyone is shooting something. Some people will manipulate the information. Some people may add their own creativity to the information. Then finally will put it in front of you. The question is that, out of which how you will identify, how you will realize, how you will fix what is truth and not. Here, it is a very much requirement is that we have to lead a conscious life. As Swamiji has mentioned, human life is enormous amount of possibilities, enormous amount of possibilities thrown open in front of you. The rarest the life is that is getting the life of human being. The human being, the difference between the human being and the animal is that we have an intelligence, we have a consciousness. But unfortunately, we are actually, as and when we are down, going by that our compulsive emotions and behavior, we are actually reducing ourselves to the world of animals. So the question is, are we really leading, are you going to really leading a conscious life, knowing everything and trying to know everything, then make a judicious discussion and choose what is good for you, what is good for your family, what is good for the society, and what is good for the nation. I think these three questions I would like to put before you. I don't have any answer. I have another three set of questions to this answer to this question also. That also you can explore, you can research and you can do. Because some of them are the research scholars, accomplished research scholars. I was one of the UGC fellow, UGC JRF I got when I was in colleges. Then I got to civil service. Meanwhile, I have a lot of ambition to get a doctorate. But unfortunately, I could not make it. But what I did that in police, I found out some solutions to the societal problem. That is called that Mr. Krishnakumar explained here in form of some program syndrome. So the question one question is that, are you on the path of the cycle of learn, unlearn, and relearn? This is something, there was a two type of lives earlier. Traditionally, two types of life. One set of life of the period of learning. Second light of life was that period of working or employment. Now, that is the period of learning we used to reach up to this level, that getting graduated. The next level is going to the world of employment. Then we apply the knowledge which are already gained and put it to the best practice. Now, this is in a world, at 50 years ago, that is the Future Shock, the author of Future Shock, that is Alvin said that, Toffler said that the illiterate of the 21st century will not be a person who cannot read and write. He's a person who will not be able to learn, unlearn, and relearn. You just think about that is when during my childhood, the childhood of some of these distinguished persons over on the dais, there was 9 planets. No, Pluto is nowhere. Can you say that I will not unlearn it? Can you say that? You look at that your computer. Very often you will get computer or laptop or that is in their mobile phone. You get time for updating. What is updating? It is unlearning the past and learning something new. And learning and unlearning is actually the very, very essence. If you don't show that keen interest in unlearn and relearn and put as something new learn, the thing is that will challenge your critical thinking, your approach towards the world, your approach towards the solutions, your approach towards the life also. And this is something, that I can safely say that whatever you are learned now, after 10 years, none of them will be useful. Unless and until you have created certain very essential 21st century skills like ability to critically think, identify the problems and critically analyze it and go into the details and try to solve it with your creativity and innovations. And now we have found that no one can produce a larger knowledge. No one can produce anything big unless and until he or she collaborate with the people in and around or the like-minded people. Anything, you look at any one of that, Infosys, the great success story we say, it is a 9-member team. When you talk about this, Google, it is a 2-member team like that. It's any program you can say that is, if you have failed in collaborating, you will be in a big failure or may not be able to explore your potential to the fullest extent. So the thing is that the 4 C's of that is the critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and the communication. And if one serious challenge in showing off what you learn, what you are capable of. I used to tell my son that is, how you come to know that Yesudas is a big singer, a great singer? It's not because he announced it. He sings well. He made efforts to sing, and then he expressed it in, and he came in front of us, and he created his own studio also. The thing is that the ability to communicate, either in spoken way or written way or whatever it or non-verbal communication way, unless and until you are able to communicate, you will be simply thrown out of the competition world of this 21st century. And the next one is that is the mindset. You know, that the mindset, whether your mindset is it's accommodative, adaptive, and very negotiable in sense that flexible or not. If a person with in all set of educations, one very important thing is that nowadays someone told me that your certificate is just like a passport. A passport to enter into a nation, passport is to enter into a nation. If the passport is of US national, will give lot of weightage. If a Somalia fellow comes over here, the policeman itself will look like in a different way. And in our own cases also, sometimes our own great film stars and all been held up in the railway airports for more than 8 hours and all. The value of that person carries matters. The question is that certificate may allow you to enter into an interview. And sometimes it may help to get into that one. But your survival into that one, how much you can contribute to the organization, how much you can innovate to that one, how much you can be creative to that one, how much you are adaptable to that one. So the question is that, are you willing to be learn, unlearn, and relearn? If you are ready to learn and unlearn, I'm sure that you will create your own path and you will script your own story. Here the another set of things are, there are two sets of people in the world. I consider that there is no Hindu, Muslims, or women and children, and women or male and all. Two sets of people are there. One is the problem people, another is solution people. Problem people generally take birth in the problem, lives in the problem, give their own share of contribution to the problem, and mess it up, die in the problem. Some people somehow come out but may not contribute to that much, but still live in the problem and die in it. But there are very few people, they come out of that problem and find out how they can solve it. At least in small manner, how you can be helpful to solve that one. But interestingly, if there is two roads, one road is a problem of roads of problem, another a national highway of solution people. Interestingly, in India, there are large rush in the problem road. So you can very safely walk and run on the solution road. So I invite all of you to this solution path, then you can definitely create a story of yours. Here another thing is that, are you dare enough to dream? Are you dare enough to dream? Are you dare enough to, do you have enough courage to take forward your dreams? Or have you enough willingness to come out of your comfort zone? We all are living in a comfort zone. You know, mostly we live in a comfort zone. We are not ready to take risk. We are not ready to take risks. We are often thinking that is, if I do that one, what will happen? Thereby, you know that innovation and inventions and even in the service, manufacturing, or even you can say the primary sector, we cannot say that much things are happening. But interestingly, the great thing in Kerala especially happening is the startup. The youngsters are showing great interest and that courage to take their dreams ahead. Here the question is that what we should achieve in our life. I used to ask this question to myself last several years. What is the purpose of my life and what I exactly want in my life? I concluded in two words, that is success and happiness. It need not be the success and happiness. If you are success enough, you need not be that much happy always. But there is a clear-cut balancing is very much required. Then only you will be able to balance between success and. You know, when I was IG police headquarters, during the COVID period, we designed a program organized a program, Feed a Stomach, Oru Vayaru Uttam. It was to feed the street dwellers, homeless people, and the hospital workers and all during the COVID period. So what I found that is, you know, when I reached to this in the front of secretariat, one beggar, or we can say one an orphan type of fellow was sleeping, another was sitting, but both of them were totally tired. Totally tired. So we had only one packet of food. One we gave to the person who was awakened, Then we left. In our mind, we thought that somehow we'll manage to get another packet of food, but no hotels was open that time. So we went, somehow we managed to get one, came back. Instead of the person who are given, the person we are entrusted that food, he was not taking that one. Someone else who was sleeping, he was taking. Then I asked this guy, what happened to the food packet given to you? He said, I gave to this guy. He said, why? He's more tired than me, so I gave to him. Here the question of the happiness of life, happiness of life, some people may not be happy at all having anything. Some people, they will find happiness, whatever they have, and they will find space for making others happy also. So the question is if you have to be happy and successful, but we cannot say that person, that street person is successful. Successful person is a person who is able to explore his whole possibilities of life, the entire possibilities of life, and human life is full of possibilities also. When you pass out of this organized, this esteemed institution, just last 15th August, that we are celebrating 76th Independence Day. Now we have completed 75 years of glory of independence. When looking back, we achieved a lot. At the time of independence, our this literacy rate was 16%, and the poverty was largely prevalent in society. In many sort of disease and miseries were there. Now India is one of the 5th largest economy in the world. In the field of the science and technology, we can say that the best of the European nations are coming over here to launch their satellites through our satellite launch vehicle. Or we can say we are one of the largest and strongest democracy in the world. We have the best independent judiciary, and we have even though we feel that is sometimes a nuisance, we have a fourth estate called a press that always keep a watch on the administration and the executives and the exploiters sometimes, whoever they may exceed their power. So the question is that, are you happy with, this question please ask to yourself, are you happy with the 75 years of achievement we have made? The question still, when we look at back, India is still having one of the largest people living below the poverty line. Lot of people living in misery due to health and all issues. You may have several types of digital equipments in your hand. Do you think that any one of this been pioneered by India? I used to think that 75 years of independence, could you cite one particular gadget or technology or way of doing has been pioneered by India and sought after by the rest of the world? I yet to see something. I find that is, even though we have got the political freedom or sometimes some sort of economic freedom, the intellectual slavery we are not yet out. So the question is that it's to you that to show it off to the rest of the people, to our generation, that these are the people. We are liberated not just physically or politically. We are liberated our mind also. We are ready to think beyond any boundaries. We are not bound by the colonial mindset and colonial traditions and colonial footpath created by the British emperors. So the question is that, whether are you ready to come out of this intellectual slavery largely being shown by the rest of the society? So here, I used to think, what will be the best way to motivate myself? So I found out in 2 words, that is the best way to motivate myself. I don't say that it may or may not motivate you. That is pause. Exploring positivity and possibilities. I strongly believe that during my journey of life, my life, my experimentations, my nonsenses, my all activities, what I found that if you are positive enough in your life, if you show a positive mind, open up a positive mind towards anything, the enormous amount of possibilities will come up you. An enormous amount of possibilities will open up in front of you. And if you are negative enough, nothing will open up in front of you. So unfolding of the opportunities in front of you, to unfold the opportunities in front of you, you have to be always keep positivity. And second thing, positive post to me, it's a lifestyle. I think that each and everything what I do or I must do, that look at the positive side of something. This is something I think that is my 30th transfer during the period of 23 years of service. And I consider it as a great opportunity because I could go to several places, meet several people, learn different cultures, in all places, different food and all. But I enjoyed it in a very level. Wherever I go, I used to start some program called either HOPE or Student Police Cadre or Shadow Police or something like that. I never thought that it should be a national program, just like I thought. So the thing is that if you follow the philosophy of post in everyday life, look at the positive side of everything, either towards your spouse, your children, or your lovers, or the girlfriend, boyfriend, siblings, or the parents, or the teachers, or the society, or the institution, or the government, or the political party, whichever it may be, you look at the best part of these things, then enormous amount of possibilities will unfold in front of you. Then I say that post is a mantra to me, that wherever I am in trouble, wherever I feel the road is dead end, I chat post. I think that this was sometimes it was very, very useful in my life. Now I think that always it has been very useful in life. Here there is a very famous quote from Bhagavad Gita that it says that let a man lift himself by his own self and let him not lower herself. Because the best friend of oneself is her own self and the worst enemy too. No one else can lift yourself. No one else can create a path of yours except yourself. Only thing is that we have to lift ourselves by day, and we should never allow to lower it. Because this is a world of distractions. The distractions are created by now the 5G is coming. Many more distractions may come. So the thing is that we should not get distracted by this and lower ourselves, because the best friend of oneself is our own self and the best enemy too. Here the thing is that once T.S. Eliot said, let us, yet nothing is impossible, nothing to the men of faith and conviction. Only thing you have to do is that let us perfect our will. Oh God help us. I used to love eagle. Eagle, many persons consider it as in a many way, because eagle one peculiarity is that, when all the other birds, the birds of the bird's kingdom fly away from a storm, actually that eagle will fly into the storm and use it to raise it to the highest level. So the thing is that there may be several problems awaiting for you, but whether are you going to run away from it, or are you using it, that will be the biggest challenge in front of you. Once again, all the best to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. An announcement. The car with registration number KL24Q7331, KL24Q7331, which has been parked outside the campus gate, needs to be moved to another place at the earliest. I repeat, the car with registration number KL24Q7331, which has been parked outside the campus gate, needs to be moved to another place at the earliest. Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite Dr. Shantikumar Nair, Dean of Research, Amrita Vidyapeetham, for the presidential address.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. First of all, my humble pranams to our beloved Amma, by whose grace we are conducting this function, and by whose grace we have been conducting this function for so many years together. My pranams to Sambhujya Swamiji Purnamritananda Puri, pranams to Sri P. Vijayan, Inspector General of Police, pranams to and welcome to K. Shankaran, Dr. Shankaran, our Registrar, Dr. L. Saraswati, Dr. K. Srikumar, Dr. M. G. Priya, and Sri N. R. Mohanan. I must say, before I begin, we had a really inspiring talk by our chief guest. I think it was better than, and probably more inspiring than Bill Gates' talk at Harvard. I think we should give him another round of applause. He gave the example of all these stellar people, but I think he has proved himself to be even better than that. So, first of all, to begin, my hearty congratulations to the students who are graduating today. It's a really momentous occasion, and you're graduating in a field that wasn't really a school when I was a student. You know, arts, sciences, commerce, and humanities all put together in one school. You're having such a beautiful, delicious blend of very hot areas that are so much needed today in the world. In fact, we often have a need for students with these skills in our campus, and I call Dr. U. Krishnamar every once in a while and I say, can we have some of your good students, because we need these skills in our campus. And I don't think that we have ever been able to hire the top 1/3 of the graduating batch, because they're all picked up so fast by top companies and top organizations, not only here in India, but abroad as well. And that is a testimony to the strength of the school, to the success of the school. And I really want to commend Krishna Umar for so many years building this school up to such a wonderful level that we are seeing such top quality graduates coming out of the school. So we had in the previous two talks something to do with three things that are important. Swamiji talked about Ichcha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. And our chief guest talked about some very important questions that we should be asking, that he would like to ask you, and that you should ponder the answers for that. So in the brief time I have, I want to also bring up 3 points that I want you to reflect on. One is ideation, one is updation, and the other is motivation. So, ideation is something that comes from within, and in some ways, our chief guest has alluded to all of these three, but I want to put it with some examples. Ideation is what comes from within you. Your own ideas, your own innovative thinking, your critical thinking. Today in the computer world, the computer can do so many different things. If you're doing graphics design, the computer can give you a beautiful graphics design template. But it cannot reproduce an idea. You have a software in English that if you write an essay, it will take that essay, it'll correct all the grammar, it'll improve the language, it'll make it flow better. I think it's called IntelliWriter or something like that. It'll really do a lot of things which you couldn't have imagined years ago. But it does not give you the idea for the essay. If you want to write a real essay that makes an impact, it's not just grammar and sentence construction, you know that. It's an idea. Last several years, I was working on a very complicated mathematical problem in physics. So it involves a lot of tensorial mathematics and relativistic mechanics. It was a lot of fun. But if I have to go through a set of equations and find a solution, it took me at least 2 or 3 months with just one set of initial conditions. So later on, I discovered that there was a software, and some of you probably know, it's called Maple, and it'll solve analytically, not numerically. It'll solve analytically, come up with equations and solutions. And the same thing that took me 3 to 4 months, it did in 3 seconds. So I could explore so many different variables and see what is the trend in all of these equations. That was a phenomenal support for me. But the idea of what it is that we are trying to do, that's the innovation, that's the special part. Without the idea, a computer is nothing. It cannot really do anything. It only support you, but it cannot give you the idea. So always remember that you have to focus on the idea. You have to come up with your own ideas. And that's very important. The second thing is updation. As Vijayan mentioned, the world is changing very fast. The knowledge that you graduate with today will change very, very rapidly. If you don't update yourself, if you don't keep up with this explosion of knowledge, maybe you'll have to retire at 40. You will find yourself not so useful anymore because you're not updated. So you have to update yourself, and updation also involves another important thing. Being open to apply your skills in any field is very important. That if you're studying communication, maybe you could apply it in science, in video communication, graphics communication. There are several areas you can apply it to, and I'll give you an example. When I was in the US, before I moved to India, I went from IIT Mumbai, and my field was metallurgy. You could say materials, but focus only on metals. So I got the opportunity to work with NASA on their space shuttle project. So NASA was working with Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and they wanted to develop these tiles that sit on the top of the spacecraft so that when the spacecraft does a re-entry into the atmosphere, it experiences very, very high temperatures. And if those tiles are not proper, they will burn, and of course the people inside the space shuttle will be dead. So it was a very critical thing. And I got that great opportunity to work on the NASA team to look at the development of these space shuttle tiles. And it turned out that this was not metals. Metals are not going to be able to hold those temperatures. So I had to be able to apply my knowledge to ceramic materials and ceramic composites. So these layered ceramic composites eventually ended up being the ones that were used on these patients. Even today, ceramic composites are used on the space shuttle, and I'm so happy that I got that opportunity and I took it up. I could have told NASA, well, I don't know anything about ceramics, so I don't want to work on this, and I would have lost a tremendous opportunity because it expanded my vision of materials to something much broader than that. So updation involves expanding your horizons and applying your knowledge to related areas. Don't be in silos. So that's very important. And finally, motivation, the passion to do something. As was said very correctly by Vijayan, that comes from you. We have a motto that says, stop following the crowd, stop following the crowd. Which means that if you're, as Vijayan said, you have to write your own script. You have to be motivated. It has to come from your heart. You have to have passion to do it. You cannot be listening to other people. If you're going to select a position for a job, you're not going to select the position for the job based upon what salary they are offering. That wouldn't be a good decision. Is it something that you have passion for to do? And having that motivation based upon your own heart, based upon what you really want to do and want to accomplish, is a very important thing. So if you can keep in mind ideation, always try to come up with some new ideas, updation, be open to new things, stay abreast of what is going on, and stay constantly motivated and enthusiastic. I'm sure that all of you will, if you had all these three together and you were able to sustain it, you will all become the Bill Gates of the future. And I wish you all success and in your careers. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. K. Shankaran, Registrar, Amrita Vidyapeetham, to address the gathering.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. Sambhujya Purnamritananda Swami, esteemed Chief Guest of the Day, Sri P. Vijayan, Kumar, Dr. Shanti Kumar Nair, Dr. L. Saraswati, Sri Kumar, other dignitaries on the dais, esteemed faculty members, the graduates of the day, the proud parents of the graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I feel extremely honored to address you on this occasion. First of all, use this opportunity to heartily congratulate all those young men and women who are obtaining their degrees today. I wish them all success in their future career. You can all feel really proud that you are graduating from one of the best universities of the country, the 5th best university of the country, one of the few universities which have been granted the Grade 1 autonomy by the University Grants Commission. I really pray that in your future career, as you work for the progress and prosperity of your own self and your own family members, you will also strive for the uplifting of the people around you, the country that you live in. That is the vision and mission with which Amma has established this university, and you are the people who have to fulfill that vision of Amma. Now, I am a person who first worked in a government institution and shifted to a government-aided private institution. Thirdly, now I am working in a self-financing private institution. I see lot of difference in the attitude, in the way in which it is being administered. And I would like to have my own comparison between these three types of institutions. A private institution like ours, because of its flexibility, is serving the cause of education in the country much more than any government institution can do. First, we had this experience from a company like Infosys. They developed a program, a course that could be offered to the students, so that by the time the students graduated, they will be ready to be absorbed by the company and they will do good service to the company. Many of the government institutions were so rigid, they were reluctant to adopt that course. Amrita was one of the first to grab that opportunity. We really offered that as a core course to all our engineering students. And needless to say, we became the most preferred institution for Infosys to absorb our graduates as their employees. Infosys is only one company, but you will appreciate that software companies were the main employers. Needless to say, when you compare the amount of graduates recruited by the software companies in the country, you will find that 90% of the graduates they absorb belong to a handful of deemed universities. Second experience that I have is when I worked in government engineering college, there are several cases where some students will fail to pass one or two subjects. For example, there was a subject called engineering mechanics. It was slightly mathematical. Students who would keep on writing this examination 5 times, 6 times, but finally they give up hope of passing that and discontinue the program. They don't graduate at all. Whereas in a university like Amrita, we first of all conduct vacation classes, we give personal attention to those students, and we are quite flexible. Even in Amrita, I have an experience when I was working as principal in the Amritapuri campus. There was one student who had already finished 6 years of study for a 4-year course, That is a maximum amount of time that we generally permit. And this boy had about 10 area papers still remaining. He refused to go back home because he didn't want to go back home and present himself before his parents as a dropout from the engineering college. And we employed him as an assistant to our physical education teacher, and we paid him. And he worked in Amrita as a physical education assistant for 2 years, and during that time he rewrote the examinations and graduated. So this is a type of support. So what I would like to tell you is that maybe the best brains of the country go to institutions like IITs or ISRs, but how many of them are there? Just a handful, a minuscule number of people. That small number, the standard of students who are joining a university like Amrita may be slightly lower. But you are now graduating as somebody who is not inferior to those premier institutions. You are also on an equal footing. I am sure that our chief guest classified people into two groups, the problem type of people and the solution type of people. I know that the graduates of Amrita belong to only one group, the solution people. The world is there before you to conquer, and I'm sure you will do it. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you, sir. Next, I invite Dr. L. Saraswati, Professor and Head, Department of Physiology and Deputy Controller of Examinations, Amrita School of Medicine, to speak a few words.
Okay. Om Namah Shivaya. Very good morning to all assembled here. Pranams at the lotus feet of our Sadguru Amma. Pujaniya Swamiji Purna Amritananda Puri, Honorable Director of Amrita Arts and Science College, Dr. Krishna Kumar Sir, Chief Guest of the Day, Sri Vijayan, Dr. Vijayan IPS, Dr. Shanti Kumar Nair, Dean of Research, Registrar of ABBP Sankaran Sir, Deputy Controller of Examinations Sri Kumar Sir, Co-PGP Chair Dr. Priya, Head of Corporate and Industrial Relations Sri Mohanan, other dignitaries on and off the stage, faculty and staff of this institution, Ashramites, and the VIPs of today, our young graduating students from various streams, their parents, siblings, and family. As I stand before you today, my heart brims with joy and gratitude to our Sadguru Amma. Immense joy for being able to address you as a representative of Amrita family. I thank Dr. Krishna Kumar sir and his team for giving me this opportunity. As I look around at our budding graduates and postgraduates, I see not just youthful faces, but potential diversity of talent. You all have gone through several years of hard work and sacrifice to achieve this degree. Now, the time has come for you to step out into the world and fly on your own. I am sure the training and discipline you got from this great institution will definitely carry you through. In this present competitive world, the most important factor to succeed in life is EQ or emotional quotient, though of course adequate background knowledge and IQ are important. Apart from the NERF, NAC and other accreditations and all the state-of-art facilities that Amrita institutions have, there is one very important factor which attracts parents to bring their wards to Amrita group of institutions. And I'm sure the students are also eager to come here. Now, what is that factor? We at Amrita sincerely try for nurturing brain development by providing optimal environment for healthy mental and emotional development, and thus pave the way for better EQ. We discipline our students for better resilience to face challenges of day-to-day life. Dear children, we often hear sky is the limit. And as our chief was saying, we care to, no, do not stop there. Go beyond that. Adinam molile poem. Swamiji was also mentioning that. So to achieve this, I suggest 3 important basic principles to succeed in life. First one, as our Shanti sir was saying, develop a passion for your chosen field. Then, when you love your subject, then the work becomes joy. And we can definitely perform better when we enjoy what we are doing. So, set your goals, move ahead with determination, facing any failure as a stepping stone to success. Now, the second thing is have faith in the immense power within you. Put your heart and soul into every action. I always tell my students, remove 2 words from your vocabulary. One is impossible, the other is cannot. Say, I am possible and I can do it. Thirdly, as our Swamiji always says and mentioned today also, effort will achieve success only if grace is added. And what is this grace? Grace is the factor that brings the right things at right time in right proportion to your actions. Now, how do you get this grace? By good actions, good words, prayer, positive thought. As Swamiji always says, punjirikkunna mukham, sneham niranja vaakukal, nal chintagal. And above all, there is one more thing, the attitude of gratitude to your parents who have brought you up, who have teachers who have helped you to achieve this position, and to all elders. All these 3 factors, passion, faith, and grace, can take you to greater and greater heights. And it will help you to achieve success, not only in your profession, but in your life as a whole. Now, I express my hearty congratulations to each and every graduate, postgraduate, PhD holder who are receiving their degree today. And also my hearty congratulations to their families, to their teachers, and to their mentors. Let me conclude by quoting Chancellor and Sadhguru Amma, education should not be for living, it should be for life. May Amma shower her divine grace on each and every one of you, children, for a glorious and fruitful life. May all of you become ambassadors of Amma, compassionate, holistic, excellent human beings with ardent desire to serve humanity selflessly and be an asset to the society, asset to the whole world at large. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, ma'am, for your touching and inspiring words. Today is a milestone. It tells you how far you have come. Keep learning, keep trying, Keep accomplishing and keep venturing on through your journey. Graduation is an exciting time. It marks both the ending and beginning. It is the warm memories of the past and big dreams for the future. Yes, the much awaited moment has finally reached the doorstep. Now it's time for the ceremonial bestowing of graduates and degree conferring. I request Sri K. Sri Kumar, Deputy Controller of Examinations, Kochi campus, for presenting the graduates to Swamiji.
Namaskar Swamiji. I have the honor to present to you 316 candidates, including those in absentia, for the award of the degrees of PhD, MCA, MCom, MA, MFA, MSc, BA, BCom, BFA, BSc, BBA, BCA, INT MCA, INT MA, and INT MSc, who have been certified after examinations to be duly qualified to receive the degrees. Thank you.
Now I request all the graduates to rise for the oath taking.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Management, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to the respective degrees of PhD, MCA, MCom, MA, MFA, MSc, BA, BCom, BBA, BSCA, BSc, BFA, Integrated MCA, Integrated MSc, and Integrated MA in the respective areas and charge you to be worthy of the same.
Request all the graduates to raise their hands about the shoulder.
Please repeat. I hereby solemnly declare and promise that I will, in my thoughts, words, and deeds, uphold the ideals of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, and I commit myself to serve my motherland, India, the entire mankind and nature, with love, trust, tolerance, and humility.
Now, I request Dr. M.G. Priya, Co-PGP Chair, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Kochi campus, for presenting and awarding the PhD degree scholars.
Om Amrteshware Namah. It's a proud moment to announce our highest degree of PhD. I call upon Dr. Hari Krishnan D., Department of Visual Media and Communication, Dr. Hari Krishnan D, Department of Visual Media and Communication. Dr. Binsimol Baby, Department of English Language and Literature. Dr. Binsimol Baby, Department of English Language and Literature. Next is Dr. Meera Krishnadas, and in her absence, I request her parents to come and collect her degree certificate. Dr. Meera Krishnadas, Department of English Language and Literature. In her absence, her mother has come for the certificate. Dr. Veena M, Department of Commerce and Management. Dr. Veena M, Department of Commerce and Management. Dr. Devi Shekhar R, Department of Commerce and Management. Dr. Devi Shekhar R, Department of Commerce and Management. Dr. Reshma Sara Eso, Department of English Language and Literature. Dr. Reshma Sara Eso, Department of English Language and Literature. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to the distribution of awards of medals and rank certificates to the rank holders. All the graduates are requested to go back to their respective seats after receiving their certificates. So first, we put the ranks to 2017 Integrated Mathematics. First rank goes to Anisha TD. Second rank, Anjana TS. Next, 2017 Integrated MA English Language and Literature. First rank goes to Sanma Santosh. Second rank, Lakshmi Subhash. Next, 2017 Integrated MCA. First rank goes to R. Sukrita Ram. Second rank, Maria Prince. Next, 2018 BFA, Saurav Unni, first rank. (2019) BCom Finance and IT, first rank goes to Meghana. (2019) BCom Taxation and Finance, first rank goes to first rank goes to Vidyapeetham Ji. Rank goes to Sneha Susan Peter. (2019) BSc Visual Media, first rank Kushariga Marwaha. Second rank Shivadatta R. (2019) BBA Logistics Management, first rank Purnima Ashok. Second rank Nivedita Manoj. (2020) MCom Finance and Systems, first rank S. Sri Lakshmi. Second rank Anushri S. (2020) MA English Language and Literature, first rank goes to K.M. Jidendran. Master of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication, Mariam Tangam Mohan, first rank. Jia J, second rank. (2020) MA Visual Media and Communication, first rank Neelanjana K. Master of Computer Applications, first rank Nandita Dinesh. Kumar. (2020) Master of Fine Arts, Applied Art and Advertising. First rank, Navaneet Krishnan V.
Namashivaya. Sri Vijayan has another function to attend, but he said if it can be finished fast, so the graduates are asked to request her to come fast as possible. He is prepared to stay back for some more time. He has another function to attend, but he has graciously agreed to stay back for some more time. That's a blessing for all of you. But let us see how fast it goes, and then when it's time for him to go, he is requesting us to spare him. So anyway, you can, if the people behind it can make it fast as possible.
Now we have the certificate distribution of 2017 in MCA. I request all the dignitaries to for the same. Aishwarya R. Pai. Alicia Diko. Aminta Melta. Amrita Ramachandran. Anu Anthony. Anumol VB. She has secured the 4th rank. Anusha Rajendran. Devika Nandakumar, JR, Elisha Mary KS, Mary Paul, Gauri Anil Kumar, Lakshmi Gankapi, Lakshmi S, Anju Murali, Saji, Nikhila Zakaria, Nilufar Nizar, Parvati S, Rekha K, Sandra Lewis, Sharanya Ullas, Shreya Krishnakumar, Sri Lakshmi S, Sri Devi Karun, Sri Devi Karun, she has secured the 5th rank. Shruti Lakshmi KG, Shruti Sudan, Shweta Ashok, TR Sheetal, we have Meka Satish.
(2017) Integrated MA English Language and Literature, Almas Aslam, Amrita S, Gopika K, Lakshmi MS, Namita Narayanan, Bhavya Ravindran, Shirin Shahana Bibi, Sauparnika Rajagopal, Shweta U. Krishnan.
Now we have the 2017 IND MSc Mathematics, Amrita S. Menon, Narayanan, Anil, Krishna Prakash, Gopika S, Gauri Priya SB, Shma Rajendran, PR, Lakshmi Anil, Sahadevan, PD Aishwarya, Warrior, Sai Nandana, Shilpa S, Shilpa Srikumar, Shweta K, Shyama S. Nair, last we have Vitu Anu.
Now we are moving on to 2018 BFA for Yadu Krishnan S. Pera Hari Krishnan. Andu Panikar R. Anshit B. Adarsh T. And last, Milan Baby Raj.
Next, 2019 Integrated MCA, Adira KR, Akshaya Anil.
Next, 29 Integrated MA, Neha A. Suneet, Amolakshmi A. Romila Raj, Ravena Nath.
Next we have 2019 Intimacy Mathematics, Aishwarya GD.
Adira Madhu, 2019 BCom Taxation and Finance. Pirani Shivakumar, 2019 S.
Sunil Kumar, Annu Ajit, Ashwati Sindhu Nair, Atira V. Nair, she has secured the 3rd rank. Devika Prem Kumar, Tony, Gayatri R, Gopika S, Indraja A.S., Krishna Bijlega Saji, Krishna Murali, She has secured the 6th rank. Krishnapriya H. Next we have Lakshmi Suresh. Namita PP. Nandita K. Bhatt. Neeraja R. Neha Anian. Padma Priya Menon, and she has got the 5th rank. Revati KR. Ritika P. Harish. Next we have S. Anjali. S. Samyukta. Sandra Vinod. Sanjana S. Pai. Diana Panikar. Shehsa Shamsuddin. Shikha Srivastava. Srija Mohan. Sri Lakshmi B. Sri Nandini KS. Sri Priya, and she has got the 4th rank. Lakshmi KS. G. Anjali Jaykumar. Das. Chetan Siyak. Lakshmi PS. We have Kavya Shri KM.
An announcement in between. The lunch is arranged on the following venues from 2 p.m. First venue, Prayer Hall, Block B, ground floor, for the Department of Commerce and Management and all PhD graduates, both the students and parents. Second venue, Seminar Hall, A107, it is Block A, ground floor, for Department of Visual Media, both students and parents. Library, Block D, first floor, Department of Mathematics and English, both students and parents. And venue 4, Hostel Mess near kitchen, Department of Computer Science and IT, for both students and parents. Thank you. We'll continue the distribution of certificates. Ameya 2019 BCom Finance and Information Technology.
2019 BSc Visual Media, Aishwarya VS, Gayatri Menon, Himalajan, Namita Rachit, Olivia Susan John, Vaishnavi N, Anakavi Nair, Aparna KH, Parvati S, Gayatri Mohan, Karo Krishna PR, Swati AH, and Devanandana.
Moving on to 2019 BBA, Anju, Aparna S. Nair, Avani Biju, Anil. Next, Meenakshi Sriram, Meenu Santosh, Sri Lakshmi SS, Akshara V, Anjali B, Ashwati VK, Adhira Ravi, Gatha Murali, she secured the 3rd rank. Naufi Naushad.
Moving on to the 2020 MCOM certificate distribution. First we have Anushri Nair, Shabari Krishna M, Nityapriya B, Atira P. Raja, Devika Shajesh, next we have Anjali Nair, G. Abraham, Sri Lakshmi R. Nair, Devika Krishna V. Pai. Next, Abhirami E. Mohandas, S. Nirupama Krishna, Lakshmi TV, next we have Gayatri Srinivasan, Anaka S, Devika Sukumar, Gayatri, last we have from this batch Manisha Benin.
Now moving on to 2020 MCA, Archa Ram, Anoop P, Anjana Ravi Verma, Amrita AR, Ashwini N, Anakha VK, Anthony Samuel, Aishwarya Shaji, Sharat Yu, lastly Adarsh Sunil from this batch.
We have 2020 MSc Maths, P. Sangeeta, Mary Alicia MJ, Meera Lal, Sridevi Shankar C, Aparna Sajeev, and last we have Ashcharya M.
To the 2020 MA English batch, first we have Meera Dilip, Tara Menon, and she is the third rank holder. A. Nair, next we have Anakha Unni, Vidya A. Jalil, Sajni R, Sandhya V. Warrior, next we have Afsana Ghafoor VA, Nia Anthony, Sandra Madhu, next is Maria Sajeev, Arya G, next we have Nivedita Sudhir Champaneria, Anupama CR,
Next we have 2020 MA JMC, Pooja Krishnan, Shreya, Sudarsh, Ganji Ratnakamal, Shrena G, Esther Jasin Taluku, Harigovind, Anuja, Nitin D, Krishnan, Anjali AK, Gayatri Surendran.
Next, we have 2020 MA Visual Media and Communication, Jai Bhaskar Pradeep, Shilpa Jayaprakash A, Nivya VG, Vishwa Sam.
Moving on to 2020 MFA Applied Arts and Advertising, Gopika Gopakumar, Nayar Sandra Sadashivan, Krishna Priya, Aparna S. Now we have sport registration. Nimisha Hanish, 2019 BCom Taxation. (2019) BSc Visual Media. She is the third rank holder. Alan, 2020 MCA. Fauzia MS, 2017 Integrated MCA. She's a third rank holder. Christina Po, 2020 Bosch. Ardra Menon L, 2019 BCom Finance and IT. AR Amrita, 2020 AAA. Parvati KJ, 2019 Integrated MCA. Devi Krishna DM, 2019 BBA. Sneha Sebastian, 2019 BCom Taxation. Sneha Sebastian, 2019 BCom Taxation.
Congratulations to all the graduates, and we, Amrita fraternity, wish you all a successful and joyful life ahead.
Now, I invite Sri N.R. Mohanan, Head Corporate and Industry Relations, to propose a vote of thanks.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Amadeshri Namah. We are coming to the last part of the function, that is to express our gratitude and say thanks to all of the who work towards the successful completion of this. We are immensely honored to have Pujini Swamiji to be here and bless the occasions. And thank you, Swamiji, for devoting your time and coming here and then spending time with us and giving valuable advice. In fact, Swamiji's advice, Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Namostu, it's also appearing in Lalila Sahasranamam, is very, very valuable in taking our life forward. Thank you, Swamiji, for your kind words. We are also immensely grateful and thankful to Sri P. Vijayan, IPS, and IG Police. And thank you, sir, for coming here. And sir gave you a lot of advices, scripting your career, knowledge, success, and happiness, etc., which are very, very valuable things. And we are immensely thankful to you, sir, for coming here and giving your advice. Shanti, sir, we are Dean Research, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, again talked on the same lines on ideation, and motivation. If you look at all the things, these are all in a coherent way. Thank you, sir, for your valuable time and advising us. We also had Dr. L. Saraswati, the Professor and Head of Physiology Department. Madam gave us, again, advice on the same line. Madam, thank you for your time and coming here and talking to us. And I will be not completing my duty if I don't say thanks to the internal staff. First of all, thanks to Krishnamar, sir, for leading us in all these activities. I also want to thank the organizing team, especially K. Srikumar, has taken a lot of pressure in organizing this, and the entire organizing teams. Our thanks are also to the head of the department and all the staff who really worked behind to make this successful. Our thanks are also to the parents and students who came all the way to attend this function in a grand way. Our thanks are also to ICTS team, without whose support this function is not possible to conduct this function. Our support is for the admin team, the Conferring team, and everything all. A big thank to you all for your all intangible and tangible support to this function. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, sir. We conclude the graduation ceremony 2022 by chanting Shanti Mantra followed by national anthem. I request everyone to rise for the same.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Mada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Janaganamana Adhinayaka Jaya Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Dravida Utkala Banga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jaladi Taranga. Tava Shubha Nami Jagi Tava Shubha Ashisha Mahi Gahi Tava Jaya Gatha Janagana Mangaladaya Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Jaya Jaya He Jaya 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 He.
I request everyone to be seated.
Announcement.
So now the academic procession will go back. Till then, it will be better if you sit down. That will be better, so that it looks smart.
Vande Vishwa Vande Vedamataram